Yes, people, before we get into the interview today, the next 20 interviews will be paying tribute to both Diogo and Andre, who sadly lost their lives due to a tire blowout on the 3rd of July. They are honestly both great footballers, even better men, and tragically taken from us too soon. And they'll always forever be our lads from Portugal, and Diogo Jota, you will always be our number 20. Enjoy the interview now. Yes, people, welcome back to Vinny's Voice. I'm fortunate to be joined by Cole today. Cole, how are you?
Good, man. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
So you did mention to me earlier that you were in the sort of small creator influencer boxing scene about a year ago, and you took a year off. What was that main reason from taking that sort of break?
I had to reevaluate after a tough loss, and me and my team decided we're going to just start from square one, take a whole year, and kind of just redo everything, and then so that when we come back, it's just as good as how the last run started, but this time hoping to just carry it on.
If you don't mind me asking, what platform did you have your first fight on?
So my first fight actually got Fight of the Night and Knockout of the Night on EFC 4. It was headlined by Minicon versus Populusito. Yeah, that was the the headline fight. And then I fought on UCC, which is owned by Ben Williams over in Ireland. They flew me out to Ireland, fought the co-main event against the ICB middleweight champ Jordan Burnett. And then I fought on ICS Influencer Championship Series, which isn't a platform that's around anymore, but fought against Tatakai Kawakami. That was my last fight.
Yes, Tatakai. I saw him. I think it was on CFL, his first round knockout. That was his most recent fight. So, obviously you did take a year off after your loss. So what do you think were the main takeaways from that loss personally, both in and outside of the ring?
Personally, I think my head wasn't in the right spot. I started catching a little bit of an ego, and that's just not who I am. And a lot can happen when you jump so quickly. I was one of the youngest in the scene, got a huge knockout win on a big card, and then just stuff starts getting to your head. Wasn't training properly, just didn't have the right circle, and then shortened my circle up. Had the right people around me, and now we're ready to continue on.
Yeah, exactly. That's real good to hear. So you do plan to come back, hopefully, I presume in the near future. When you do make your return, do you have any potential names that you would like to fight?
So I actually have a fight getting announced this weekend. The next fight is signed, ready to go. It will be in October. Can't say the opponent yet, but it will be on Breakout Boxing. It'll be my first time fighting with them. It's really the only promotion left in the United States right now. A lot of bad business going on in America when it comes to influencer boxing. So saw good people over at Breakout and decided to partner with them.
Yeah, because I'm not like that well connected within the small creator scene, but yeah, there's Breakout. I think there's a lot of other promotions, but obviously the main promotion is Misfits. Right. For yourself, ultimately, would your goal as an influencer boxer is to one day go and fight on Misfits boxing?
That would be the goal. It's been in talks before, but after a loss like one that I just had, stuff gets rocky and you got to restart. But yeah, I'd love to make that climb back again. Gonna start putting out content again, making things happen like it used to be. And but yeah, I'm excited. I think Misfits, I'd perform well. I always bring a show. That's my favorite thing, is to entertain. I'll never fight a fight that people wouldn't want to see. So
yeah, for sure. I want to bring that topic on Misfits because obviously, if you are unaware, Mams Taylor announced that they're reducing to six events instead of their usual 8 per year. And they said he wants to quote unquote reduce the filler fights. as a small creator yourself, as well as many others who want that opportunity to fight on Misfits, does that sort of worry you because that sort of opportunity to actually get on Misfits has reduced? I wouldn't say a significant amount, but it's reduced a decent amount.
Not really. I think if it's meant to happen, it'll happen. Um, Not too worried about the filler. I think it's a good idea to take those fights off of there because there's a lot of boring fights that have been happening. I think that has to do with some of the decline. But Mam's a smart guy. He knows what good business looks like, and I'm sure with this whole new stuff that they're setting up, it's going to look real good.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously you said you want to get back into content creation. So how do you think you're able to sort of, let's say, build an audience as well as maintain an influence, being an influencer boxer? Because many people in the scene, I believe, like when they become an influencer boxer, that becomes pretty much their whole personality. That's all they do, but they sort of forget about the sort of content side. Whereas at the end of the day, you guys are content creators. So for yourself, how do you plan to balance the two in order for yourself to have the most success?
So that was my problem. I was booming in the basketball community here in America, and for a little
Oh yeah,
bit, it was about 2 years of me just doing straight basketball content. Reached 20K on TikTok. Ended up losing most of those followers whenever I actually switched over to boxing, and then just kind of stopped getting as motivated with content because of how much I was in the gym. And I think you got to find a healthy mix because at the end of the day, we are content creators, and that is number one. But then you also have that second aspect where it's boxing and it's life or death when you get in there. So sometimes content creation gets in the back seat. And my goal in things really, I mean, depending on how this fight goes, isn't to stay in the influencer side, and it's to turn pro in December. That is the goal right now, and not in boxing. The goal is to turn pro in MMA. But things happen. If Anthony Taylor's got my number, and there's a couple of times I was supposed to fight on Creator Fight League, just with different fights, didn't go through. Couldn't get exactly what I wanted. There's just some certain things, sometimes it doesn't happen. Had other fights, this and that, but be open to going on there again because I know that's the highway to Misfits right there. But yeah, there's a lot of different options that I'm looking at. But as of right now, it'd be to turn pro.
Yeah, that sounds good. So you said you want to turn pro. So did you have previous combat sport experience before heading into the sort of influencer scene?
So, being honest, my first fight, EFC4, that was the one headlined by Minicon and Populusito, put on gloves for the first time 2 weeks before that fight, ended up having a knockout. And then I was like, man, I think I really want to do this. And then it was the gym every single day. But the last year, I haven't posted anything. I've been locked in doing MMA in the gym. But focus on boxing now, back in the boxing gym. Camp starts actually today. It's going to be a long camp. Just got to get back in shape, getting ready to go. But yeah.
That's real cool to hear. I mean, yeah, honestly, anything is possible. I mean, look at Fox the G, for example. He's sort of skyrocketed, not only in fame, but boxing ability. Like, even named like such as Vidal Rally saying that he can turn pro. So honestly, you just, put in that work, anything's possible. All right, so obviously there's still a good amount of time for the rest of the year. Any sort of personal goals beyond boxing that you would like to achieve?
Yeah, so I just got engaged last week to my now fiance. Very excited about
Congrats on that.
Thank you. There's not really much else going on, so I feel like right now is the perfect time for me to get back in the gym and start locking in for this fight in October. Not the biggest platform, but it's a good way to put my foot back in the door and let everybody know that I haven't gone away.
Yeah, for sure. So I like to bring up that sort of, your loved ones, because when you have to go into camp, you have to sacrifice a lot of that time. So obviously now your fiance, when you're in camp, do you think, spending less time with it, that'll be like take a mental toll on you, or at the end of the day, you're like focused, like there's a bigger goal at the end of the day. And then when you win, your time will be worth it.
So the way I kind of, and it's always been the same with my schedule. I don't believe in like a set training schedule as long as I get the repetition in every day and stay disciplined. So I really don't miss any time with any loved ones or anything. And if that means I got to get in the gym really early in the morning or really late at night, I kind of make sure everything's balanced because you never want to put too much into something. And right now my priority is family. So, but boxing is just up there, and I don't take any time off. I just figure out ways, creative ways to stay in the gym, stay active, make sure I'm not taking any time off.
Yeah, for sure. So I want to talk about sort of your motivations heading back in. Is it more because of avenging that loss, or is it more to sort of prove to yourself? It's more of like sort of because of you. Like, what are your main motivations heading back into the ring?
Man, I really just love to fight. That's really it. I just love getting in there. In the past, the losses have been because it's more of me just fighting and not boxing, and everything kind of goes out the window when I get in there. Now everything's real calm, controlled, very technical now. I'm excited to showcase that. It's really fun.
For sure, for sure. So before we wrap up the interview, I asked this at the end of all my interviews. What is sort of your best quote or piece of advice you've ever received or heard?
So, I mean, I have a quote, my personal quote. This actually came out of nowhere a couple weeks ago. I was playing basketball with some kids that follow me on social media and this and that. And one of them asked me like who do you want to fight like, who do you want to play like who do you look up to? And it's really just the aspect that I let everybody know, don't try to be somebody else. And what I tell them is I ain't never been anybody but myself, and just staying true to yourself and who you are, and that'll get you anywhere in life.
Exactly. Thank you so much for your time, Cole. Appreciate you.
Thank you.